What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Happy Monday. Unless you're in New Jersey and there's a rain and ice storm going on right now, please bring me to the spring and summer. I cannot take any more winter weather. This has just been terrible. Free agency's coming up soon, and there's going to be a lot of discussions about the New York Jets. They have a lot of cap space. They have a lot of needs. Who should stay? Who should go? And one of the hot topics is no doubt going to be receiver and returner Braxton Berrios, who's coming off, a very good end of the season. He's become a fan favorite. He said all the right things, did all the right things, and now it's like that was in a contract year, and now it's like, what's the right price for Berrios? So yesterday in an article, Rich Cimini mentioned, a potential value if he tests the market is $9 million a year, which to me, I was like, that's just a little bit much. If you look at what he's done, what his value is, and what you're going to get going forward. Now, the first thing is, I believe he had like 46 catches last year for 400-something yards. 20 of those catches were in the last four games of the season. Corey Davis was out. Elijah Moore was banged up, which was unfortunate. So he made the most of his opportunity, which is great. But in the offense going forward, how much value will he have? I kind of think a lot of things he did in the last portion of the season would be things that Elijah Moore is going to do. So, I could be wrong. But if you have Corey Davis, you have Elijah Moore, a healthy Elijah Moore, you figure they're going to probably add somebody else in the draft or free agency as well. Then you have Berrios. He's probably going to be, your fourth or fifth option maybe? Is that worth $9 million a year? I'm not necessarily so sure. And if you look at the free agent market last year, where guys like Keelan Cole, Jamison Crowder, they were in that $5.5, $6 million a year range. As a receiver, is Berrios heading into the peak and prime of his career where he could actually get much better? Is this his plateau? Is this his ceiling? I'm not really sure. Then you add in the whole returner aspect of that. And with special teams, Bill Parcells used to always say there are so many hidden yards in special teams. If you get a return, 15-yard return, that changes the field position. That changes your mindset instead of your mindset in terms of play calling. Yes, I can't talk this morning. It's Monday and I'm tired. So there's a lot of different things here. So you have his ability as a receiver, his ability, to do sweeps, end arounds as a runner, in the Mike LaFleur's creative offense. He's definitely a leader. He's definitely, one of those guys good for the locker room. Then he's a valuable returner. So what price do you put on all this? And I still come back to that, $6 million, $7 million a year range. Now, now the whole thing is, do you want to keep one of your own? There's always been that myth the Jets don't keep their own players. This is a whole new staff with Joe Douglas. He kept John Franklin Myers. Obviously, Adams and Darnold left. But it's just, there's so many different things that go into this. But at the same time, you don't want to get into the practice of overpaying guys just to keep them to appease the fan base. You can't do that. You got to set, a value on a player. And if it goes above that, be like, you know what? If somebody else wants to pay that, we got to let you go. This reminds me a little bit of Andre Roberts a few years back. Now, Andre Roberts did not contribute as a receiver, but he was that really good returner. But I'm just fascinated to see what you guys think about how much you should pay. Now, I understand some people say, if he, we think he's worth $6 million and you got to pay him 8.5, it's fine. Or it comes down to guaranteed money. Say, listen, we can give you some fancy, 5 years, $35 million, or 5 years, $40 million, but the guaranteed money only equates to $6, $7 million a year. I understand that as well. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's fascinating. The wide receiver group is no doubt got to be a priority for this team. You got to have, 4 to 5 good receivers. You see the Bengals with Higgins and Boyd and Chase, all these teams, you got to have legitimate weapons for Zach Wilson. So is he one of your guys? Tell me how much you want to pay him, what you think happens, and I'll talk to you later.